I'm Furball, and today I'm going to do another pickups video. Um, I found a deal on Craigslist. Somebody was selling two Atari 2600s with 23 or 24 games, something like that. Pile of games, and had like, 6 or 7 controllers or something, And the guy wanted $100 for it and was willing to deliver it to me. So I thought it was a pretty good deal. Now he said the Ataris that they weren't working. He wasn't sure if it was just him or not. He thought there was something wrong with the original power cord that he had, and ordered another one, and he still couldn't get it to work, or either one of them. And so yeah, I went and picked it up, and I noticed the original power cord was in it, and it's pretty obvious why it doesn't work. It's missing most of it. There's a chance I could repair that, maybe, but that's all right. Um, there's this Atari 2600, the 6 switch, and this thing's in pretty rough condition here. It looks like it might have lived behind someone's dryer in their garage or something, maybe. So, I mean, there could be water damage, and I'm not sure. Ooh. But, no, I might be able to fix it anyways. Now, the second Atari 2600 is the 4 switch model. This one came out afterwards. It still has the other 2 switches that are missing. They're just on the back. Um, they put them right there. They're the difficulty switches. But other than that, it's still an Atari 2600. And this one's in a lot better shape, so I have a good feeling that this one might work. Like maybe a bad cable or something. It probably alright. It came with 2 sets of paddle controllers. These are the Sears ones, which I thought was pretty neat because I don't think I've ever seen a pair of those. Usually they look like these and just say paddle. If you can see that. Where's the Sears and the Atari one. But so that's pretty neat, and a couple of the gem sticks, which I've seen these before. They're okay, like just regular joystick controllers. It's hard to mess up an Atari controller. They're all kind of wonky, and I've never seen one like this before. But it's for Atari, so it says. That feels like crap. Wow. Kind of neat looking though. Anyway. So yeah, pile of controllers with it, and it came with Radio Shack RF thingy, which is kind of neat because Radio Shack barely exists anymore. And this is his replacement AC adapter for it from AtariGuide.com apparently. Um, so and I checked it. It's rated for these systems, and it looks brand new. So that's pretty cool. Brand new powered cord because that other one's destroyed, but I might fix that too. Um, One thing that really caught my eye about this collection was the games that came with it, and they were in these wonderful little collector's books. With the Atari logo on the spine. It actually has the names of games right here that are like stickers that they put on there, like it was made for that. Couple little envelopes in the back there, so you can put manuals and stuff. And when you open it, it holds 8 games. And I was like, wow! And it's like the inside of a like a Disney VHS box, you know. So it's that kind of cheap plastic. So I'm really worried that these might get damaged. So I'm gonna try. I'll probably pull the games out and keep them separate so I can preserve these cases a little more, like clean them up some. One of them's already busted open. Um, so yeah, that kind of sucks, but they're still really neat. And there was a lot of cool games that came in here. I won't go through them all. Two different Sword Quest games. Adventure was in here. I've been wanting that one. Robot Tank. There's a lot of good games in here. E.T.'s in here. I don't know if that's a good game. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Empire Strikes Back. Um, a lot of things I didn't have as well. Um, and the other book, and it's split pretty bad, so. And they're kind of smashed. Dig Dug. Um, Venture. I've never heard of that, but it has a really pretty. It has some really neat artwork on it. If you can see that, I don't know. It's like a cool snake all wrapped around the word and everything. It's pretty neat. But a lot of times they put really cool artwork on these old games, like Dig Dug. How's that? But yeah. So yeah, there was 3 books of games. He said that there was a fourth one, but he couldn't find it at his parents' house because apparently these were his systems from when he was a child. And so I was really excited about that. And that's the stuff that was mentioned in the thing. But he handed me this box, and I looked through it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, and there's a couple of manuals for some of the games." And so I found this stack of manuals in there. Um, and a couple of things of note, like there were a few games released that came with a DC comic book called Atari Force. There were 5 different issues of this, and they came packaged with a game. They're um, full color comics. You know, these are in kind of poor condition, but I wound up with 2 different ones. Um, and so that's pretty cool. Like, just a limited DC comic that came with Atari games back then. I never knew that. And there's books in here for at least every game that was in there and some that weren't. Um, which I think is pretty neat. A bunch of the catalogs. You know, E.T. But yeah, the Sword Quest game, like, that's pretty neat art on there, too. There you go. Fire World is the name of that one. There was a second Sword Quest. But anyways, Earth World is the other Sword Quest. But yeah, so I was really excited to see those that go with the games and everything. And it's like this guy's collection from when he was a child, you know. So it's like a one owner kind of thing, and that's pretty neat, you know. So I hope to get them fixed up and add them into the collection. Um, you know, that's pretty exciting, especially those game books. You know, like I don't know, like just the way that how old of like a quality of thing that this is. And this one's actually in decent shape, and the other 2 are pretty beat up. But I'd like to preserve these. They look nice on the shelf. But anyways, that's pretty much all of that. You know, for $100, I think I'll be able to fix it up and you know, get some nice pieces in the collection with it. Um, and I already have like an Atari 2600 Junior. I used to have a wood grain one, and I don't know what happened to it. But anyways, yeah. So if you like this kind of thing, you know, hit the like button, subscribe, get notifications, and you know, I'll see you next time.